This is another one. This is on my WhatsApp. I received this message on WhatsApp, and though actually, I caught some of the messages here, so you may not really understand. But the whole thing is all about from the person that said this. He was trying to describe a symptom that has to do with the AC, and fortunately, I know the vehicle. This is the vehicle that I've driven before, worked on, repair, diagnose, and I could remember there was a time he stayed with me for some days. So I actually know about this car. So what I can tell you here is the AC was working before, according to the owner. The last, at least, because the last thing I could say I know about the car before the AC stopped working was everything was working well, except at some point, it was no longer chilling. Eventually, he took it to somewhere, and I don't know. Stupidly, they started diagnosing it by pulling out everything on that because it has to do with the uh, AC or air conditioning system. They pull out the condenser, pull out the radiator, pull down the gearbox, pull out that evaporator and the heater housing. This is we are talking about Peugeot 407 here. So pulled out everything. I mean, seriously, is that how to diagnose a leakage issue or non-cooling system issue? You know, it was just a mess. So eventually, I don't know. Of course, I wasn't there when they did the whole thing. Just but the owner now got back to me that after they pulled out everything, despite everything that has to do with the air conditioning system and the heat, or more like the heating and ventilation system, and eventually they regas the car. Now, one part side of the car, because it's a dual um, a dual system in terms of you control one side of the either the left or the right side depending on how you want it on the AC control panel. So now one side is cooling while the other is becoming hot. Of course, anyone that use like Peugeot 407, 607, or 307 with AC with dual system or dual climate control system will understand what I mean. So, which, and like I said, this issue was not there before, to the best of my knowledge, from what I knew about the car before now, and from what the owner described to me. The issue the AC had was just non-cooling. Maybe put gas, it just stop cooling after a while, or it doesn't cool as or chill as cold as it used to. Only for them now to introduce another issue, which may end up dropping down the dashboard again. Now, of course, I know where the problem is coming from. It's directly under the dashboard. That's where this problem is. So it's possible that when they drop the dashboard, they damage the what's it called? Um, I think he said from where he said hot air is coming out from the vents on the driver's side, even with the temperature set to the lowest. So what it means is the driver's side, that's the left side, um, probably the solenoid there that controls the flap. There's a flap there that controls the heater and the air AC, the shield air that comes in from the engine bay. So right, it's likely one that solenoid is not well connected. Two, that they damage the solenoid during the dismantling and the coupling back of the dashboard. Three, they damage that flap that controls the heater and the distance. The flap works with the solenoid. That's the solenoid operates the flap. When you put on the AC and the temperature, and you reduce the cooling temperature, or the AC temperature to low, or at least anything less than 18 or 19 degrees Celsius, it will switch on the AC, and then from there the solenoid will control the flap to open the side that brings in the cool air from the evaporator. So if you increase the temperature probably to like 22 degrees Celsius, it will close the flap, the side that brings in chilled air from the evaporator, and then open the other side that the heater brings in the hot air. So as it is now, it's likely the solenoid has damaged and it's now stuck in closed. It's now closed the side of the evaporator that brings in the cold air. Now the hot air is now open constantly. And so no matter what you do, the hot air will always be coming in. Even when you don't even switch on AC, the heater will keep bringing in hot air. So now the problem has another problem, which is probably a severe one, has now been created. I remember when I was talking about this, was it in the line community? That was like last year or early last year. I don't remember when. I'm telling people, don't go to your dashboard anyhow just because somebody said that drop the dashboard. That should be the least place you should touch when trying to diagnose an AC issue or some issues that if there's any way you can deal with that, or you can, use the car without dropping the dashboard, do it. Unless it's absolutely necessary, that there's no other option than to drop that dashboard. Because most times when you drop the dashboard, while pulling it back, it will do small problems or complex problems that will be worse than the issue you try to fix. Now they've introduced this one. Is like I said, the problem is coming from under that dashboard. I know exactly this issue. I wish was not there, at least when I knew about the car, when I drove the car with the AC working. Now the issue has been introduced. So it's likely going to cost the owner now to spend probably, I don't even know, more than what he spent in trying to get the AC to work. For them to drop pieces, everything. Now he may even spend more he may end up even replacing that entire housing that houses the evaporator. Of course, it could be the solenoid. So in that case, he may not need to change the housing. Of course, it could be that they didn't even plug in the solenoid, so the solenoid now stay closed. Or it could also be that the flap has broken. Of course, there's a way you can fix that flap by cutting off. It's a kind of work. You could do it without bringing out the dashboard, but it's not like a small thing anybody could do. You have to cut it open from there, pull it out, and solder it, and then put it back and do another solder. It's not, honestly, it's not something I even would want to do myself. So most times the easiest way to do it is probably be to bring down the dashboard or bring out that particular housing under that dashboard, change it and put one that works. So for those who always tell me, I must bring down the dashboard just to diagnose, that's a very stupid thing to do. If it's just for diagnosis, don't ever touch your dashboard. That if you want to know if your evaporator is leaking, there are ways of doing that without even touching the dashboard, for Christ's sake. Though I'm not a Christian, I'm using the Christ's sake, but just to emphasize, the degree of what I'm trying to explain. Don't need to touch your dashboard. A very good AC technician knows we have to touch. All you need to go to that wastage pipe where water drops with the AC running. If it's oily, you will know your gas is leaking from the evaporator. Why go to the evaporator when there's no sign of a leakage or oil? There's no oil around that area, and you don't stop to drive just to check if the evaporator is good or not. Only for you to now introduce problems that may cost you thousands of naira or more headache for you to fix, when the problem probably could be in the front of the engine bay, or could be on the compressor, or just one of the AC gas pressure line. And now you've introduced problem because you're trying to do what everybody says you should do. Don't touch your dashboard. Let it be the last place. Or worst case scenario, let it be that okay, you've done all the diagnosis, trace all the AC leakage, and you found out that there's no, or maybe you truly confirm that your evaporator is leaking. There is leaking gas from there. After you confirm and it's proven to you that that's where the leakage is coming from, then you can risk it. So that even if this problem comes up, you know that, well, you have no other option because you really need the AC to work. So you risk it. Not just you want to diagnose and you go through that stress and create more problems when the problem probably may not have anything to do with what is going on under that dashboard. Okay, well, I'm not in Abuja, but probably when I get back to Abuja, like I've discussed with the owner of the car, he'll be in the car. All I need to do is just to check to confirm if what I just said is the cause. If it's coming from, definitely is the cause. Just to know, maybe it could be that it wasn't plugged in, the signal was not plugged in, so maybe it could be that easy to fix. If it's something that eventually has to do with cutting off and bringing out that flap to solder it or to change the solenoid, of course, you could change the solenoid without bringing out the dashboard. But then money will not start after you change hand. You have to spend money to look for that solenoid, at least the one that works. It's not like going to get a new one. That's the problem. Well, it could be possible that it's available, but I don't know where you find it. Well, I've never looked for it, but such parts hardly get it new because there are some parts that dealers prefer to bring in and sell new, not that type of parts. So you second-hand one you are buying may likely be faulty. Anyway, there's nothing I can do, but I'm just trying to point out this warning for those who take it for granted. Like I always tell people, it's not, see, abusing your Peugeot car is not most cases things you didn't do to your car that caused those abuse. Yeah, they are the things you do to your car vehicle. The reason why all my lions are not abused and for many years I'm enjoying them without any problem with any of them is because I don't do these things people do on your car. I don't risk taking such all these risks you people take, trying to fix your car anyhow, no matter what, let it work. That's how you create problem. That's how you abuse your car. And at the end of the day, the car will become worthless. That you can't even sell it any reasonable amount. When it becomes a nightmare, I want to get rid of it to go for another car. So, well, I don't know. At least this has been a warning to other people. That's why I'm doing this video. For people who are still out there arguing, debating. That's why these days I don't even bother going to that lion community to try to educate people. I just leave people. In fact, it's better learn to experience. Why trying to educate somebody who is busy arguing with you? Let him learn. When he experience that harsh experience or sad experience or negative experience, yeah, he will not get what you are trying to tell him. Or you probably may not experience it, but other people that were busy supporting that person, they will learn it. Like I always say, I'm not the one. I said it in one of my last videos. I'm not the one to be experiencing all these terrible things you guys or most of you guys are experiencing. So you don't need to take my advice. You don't need to watch my video. But eventually, you will be the one to experience those sadness. You will be the one to be living through those nightmares under your tool or on your under your lion. What your lion dish out to you because of how you treat your lion, how you handle your lion, he will dish it back to you. It's garbage in, garbage out. The lion doesn't have any say. You are the one to put the say in it. So if you put nonsense, if you treat it anywhere, it will reflect back that garbage. That nonsense you treated or you did to that lion, that's what you're going to get back. You can compare hell and earth, but you cost it. So that's the best I can do. So hopefully one person has learned the lesson. Hopefully other people will learn. Or maybe they will not. That's what I can do. We all create our own realities.